Brainpop Jr. We only have a subscription for Brainpop Jr. is pre-K, K through third grade. Okay, and your regular Brainpop is 4 and up. So I'm going to be showing you both of these. Okay, so they're basically go hand in hand. It's just the content is different. Like the Brainpop Junior is just explains it easier, where the Brainpop is it's got more advanced lessons in it. So, but when you look at it, it really goes hand in hand. Okay, all right. So let's start with the basics. When you go into Brainpop or Brainpop Junior, all right, I'm in regular Brainpop right now. What you're going to do is you've got to make an account, which I'm hoping that most of you have an account already. If you don't have an account already, you want to reach out to your technology teacher, or Rodney Velarde has all the codes. So each school has a different code, all right? So once you have, you're going to enter the code that they give you, and you're going to submit it, all right? And once you're in, you just make your account. So I'm going to log into mine. And that's real easy. That's the easiest part of all of this. You just put in your first name, your last name, all that good stuff. Okay, I'm going to show you logging in, getting the kids logged in. I did this in school with my kids. So what you're going to do is, once you have your account, okay, you can see that once I'm logged in, you're going to have all this up here. You're going to have your dashboard, enter code. Okay, so I'm going to go to my dashboard, and it's going to show me my class. Now, if you don't have a class already, you can always make a new class. And look, I'm in Miller School right now because I teach second and third, so I only had a Brainpop Junior account. So I can make my class and name it and create the class. Now, once I have my class, it's going to give you a class code. This is the code that your kids are going to use to get into your class. So mine's oil 9464. All you have to tell them, I'm going to show you how to get in as a kid, okay? So all you have to tell them is, here's my class code, and I'm going to show you how to get in. Okay, they're going to enter code, oil 9464, and they're going to submit. Now, if they don't have an account already, they're going to go to sign up now. So I'm just going to do my daughter, Annalise Helbertson. And what I've been doing is I've been using their lunch numbers. 580616. Already taken. All right. So if it's already taken, you can have them do like their 2 initials at the front of it and make it from there. All right. And then their password, I've been doing their 2 initials, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 initials, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. And then they have to do a security question, which I've been C2. What's your favorite subject? EHT. Take an image and create account. So now they're in. They're in your class. So if I were to go log in as me, we're doing A. You're going to be able to see who's in your class. Now this is important too, because the thing that I've been having a hard time with is the kids. It's been crazy. I've been getting so many requests, and you know, Michelle's in here. I just had to do another one for her today. The kids, I don't know if they're not remembering their passwords, or if they're doing it too many times and it's logging them out, but it seems like I'm resetting passwords a lot. So if I go into my class and I click on View Students, you're going to see Annalise in there, and I can go over here and I can reset her password. So if you're having that problem, the first thing I would do, there's 2 things. If the kids are having problems logging in, and believe me, this has been total trial and error, you can reset their password, just use the same password and reset them, all right? But you also need to remind the parents that they have to be on like Google Chrome, because if they're not, it's not going to work. Like if they're, well, it might work, but most of my problems kids haven't been able to log on is because they were not on Google Chrome. So just make sure that's where they are. Okay. All right. So now.
And they can get there through, they can get there through their apps, right? Brainpop Jr.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. They can. They can download Brainpop Jr on their tablets. They can hold on. I'm going to stop for 1 second. Okay, they can download it on their tablets. They can download it on the phone, and they can go in there. But the problem I'm having, see, there's lots of things that we have figured out while we've been going through this. And, you know, that's one reason why I'm really happy about this, because this is a learning process. The thing that we have learned is that you got to watch what system you're on. You have to reset where you need. It's just like, oh, submitting their work. I'll have to show you that one too. A lot of my kids say they can't submit their work. It can be tricky, but listen, this resource is amazing. So it's just a matter of trial and error, really. So I want to dig in with this, and I want to show you the really good stuff. Now, even my teachers that are K-3 that are with me right now, I will go to Brainpop Jr in a minute, but the same things are going to apply that are on here. Okay, here we go. So a lot of teachers have been using this for this. I know the second grade teachers were using it to assign, they were using it to assign character and setting, and the lessons were amazing. Some teachers are using it just for social studies and science, but also for the older grades, you can see if you go into English, there's like amazing things. So you're going to go in here, and let's say I go to grammar, and you're going to see all these amazing lessons that you can assign to the students. And the best part is it's so easy and so self-explanatory. They really break it down to the kids. So I'm going to show you some science, okay? I'm going to show you all the ins and outs of this and things that you can assign. It's not just videos. Okay, so I'm going to go to forces of nature and hurricanes. So when I'm in here, you're going to have the video. So when you do your assignments, of course, you're going to assign this. You're going to assign the video first. That's the first thing that's going to happen. So then it's going to go through all that.
Good question, Josh.
Okay, so when you're done with that, all right, you can assign a quiz if you want to. It's not, this is just different ways that you can get some grades. You can do a review quiz or you can do a graded quiz, okay? So if I want to do the graded quiz, it's going to look like this, okay? And there's 10 questions. If I want to do the review, it looks almost the same, but less questions, okay? So let's say I want to do that. If I want to do the quiz, I'm going to go down and I'm going to click on Assign. Select the class. I'm going to do Nardone. You can do a due date or not. That's up to you. And you can schedule it for later. So say I want this for when I come back from spring break. All I have to do is schedule it for the 20th when we come back and assign. Okay. Now, there's other things that it's going to ask you. I'm going to go back because I don't want to assign anything yet. I don't want to assign anything yet because I want to look at all my options before I assign. All right, so the next thing I want to look at is we have related reading. This is fun, and this is only on Brainpop. Sorry, Brainpop Jr users. But related reading is so cool because for the upper grades, it gives you even more information on the topic. So it's going to have Mother Nature, quirky stuff. All this is about hurricanes. Graph status and numbers, and it tells you about different hurricanes that have come, theory, and it gives you a comic. Okay, so this gives the students even more to look at about hurricanes than just that movie, which is great support for, if you want to really hit more home on that lesson. Now, the other thing you have that Junior doesn't is primary source. Okay, for primary source, this is so cool because this is kind of a worksheet. And it's a worksheet that you can assign and the kids can write in. And when they're done, you can look at all their answers, okay? In August 2014, Hawaii faced a dual threat, 2 hurricanes approaching at the same time. Examine the satellite images and cite details from one or both as you answer the following questions. So this gives you a different perspective, but still on hurricanes. And it'll show you the different satellites, and it'll give you information about each hurricane. And the students have to use that information and write about it, which is definitely your higher level thinking on that part. Okay. The other thing is worksheets. Now we have these in Brainpop Jr too. Same idea. The kids can write right in there. Okay, true or false, true. And when they're done, they can submit them. All right. I'm just showing you all the ins and outs before I go to Junior. You have a graphic organizer. Oh my gosh, I love this. So this graphic organizer is different for each lesson, okay? What are some of the circumstances or events that must occur to create a hurricane? So hurricane is formed, and the students will write different ways that the hurricane is formed. That's another great resource. Vocabulary. This is really cool because you can assign the vocabulary and the students have to, when they click on it, they have to write your definition and use it in a sentence. Now, again, you can assign all these and they will come right to you when you're done. And you'll be able to see, there's games in here, there's coding challenges, make a movie. We're going to look at make a map on Brainpop Jr, okay? I'm going to let you ask me questions on Brainpop. Let's do that right now. And then we'll move on to Brainpop Jr. All right, so let me show you. You can see my screen now, right? Okay, here we go. All right, so I am in ocean habitats right now in Brainpop Jr., okay? Now, you'll see it looks different than regular Brainpop. You have an easy quiz, you have a hard quiz. There's wordplay. I'm going to show you a couple of these. Now, one of my favorite things to do is make a map. So make a map is really cool just for them. It's your mind maps, your when you were mapping all the time when we used to do wait a minute, oceans too. Okay. Just like create a the mind map's the only thing my brain is
Venn diagram.
So anyway, so if I click, I'm going to make a chart. All right. So I'm going to put it in the middle. Okay. I'm going to do oceans. Now the kids can do everything that they just learned. You can change the color of that if you want to, make it blue, it doesn't matter. Now, down here, here's your images, okay? This is something that you're going to have to play with, especially, and this is on regular Brainpop too. So what do I want to do? All right, so what is the sunlight zone? All right, I can put that there, attach my arrow, okay? How are the ocean habitats changing? All right, let's just stop right there. We're going to stop right there. Now, here's the fun things, okay? So I can put like sunlight zone, like, oh, there's sharks and sharks are there, sharks, but they can go to both. All right, how's it changing? We have overfishing, okay? And I can add that to that. And the kids just make a map to kind of just remind themselves of what they just did and you to see what they've learned. Now, here's the fun part. So if I want to, I can go here, right? I can use the movie too. So if I go to the movie, Ocean Habitats, play the movie. All right, hold on. Let me see. Okay, so I can take that picture. See what I did? What is the sunlit zone? I can take that picture and I can put it right there. And that's going to just have the video of the whole sunlit zone. So that can, I just think this is the coolest. You can add that video there. And that way it tells you exactly what the whole sunlit zone is. And then it's going to tell you all that. Okay. All right. So let's go back. And you're going to see there's different things in here for Brainpop Jr. So one of the things that I like a lot is I like to write about it. Okay, the write about it is why is it important to protect ocean habitats? Write a letter to the government leaders sharing your ideas. So you're getting your writing in along with everything else. Now, it says helpful words, click on to see a definition. Do they need to use these words? Absolutely not. All they have to do is click in here, they can write their name, and they can start their story. Now, here's where I want to show you about this. Hello. Okay. All right. Once they're done, what they need to do is they need to save it. And then over here, it'll come up to send a teacher. Okay. That's what I'm finding a lot of kids are not doing. Sometimes, just to make it a little more difficult, you have to go down to the next line and then save it and submit to teacher. Crazy, I know, but a lot of kids aren't submitting it to the teacher, and that's where I'm finding the difficulties coming for some of the kids. All right, we have wordplay, and it tells you the different things you can draw about it. You can write about it, or create a skit about it. So there's all different ways. Now, the only thing that I think we've been having problems with it are the drawl about it. I see some kids are having trouble. I don't know if it's because they're on their iPads. Not all these can be used on the iPad. That's the only problem. You also have a talk about it. A talk about it's really cool too because they can write all their answers in here. Compare two different animals from an ocean habitat. How are they alike and how are they different? And they have the Venn diagram in here that they can do about two different animals. So that's really cool. So one, I'm going to show you how to assign now. All right. So I want to pick what I'm going to assign. Hold on. You're going to be able to pick what you want to assign. So that's why I said to look at everything first. Look at all those things first, to write about it, to talk about it, and decide what you want to assign. And once you've decided what you want to assign, you kind of do it all together. You don't do one thing at a time. Just pick, I'm going to do the movie, I'm going to do the write about it, and I'm going to do the, hold on. Okay, I'm back. Just crazy. Okay, so you can pick each assignment that you want to do and then assign it together as a whole. You don't want to do it by itself. I'm just reading. Okay. All right. So let's see if I can go back in and let's look at it as a student. We have 5 minutes left. Yeah, I could spend an hour on this. Let's look at it as a student. That way you guys can see what it looks like. All right. I'm going to log in as my daughter. Now, when you go in, you're going to see she has 45 notifications. Here's her dashboard. So when I go to her dashboard, you can see that she has assignments in there to do, okay? And that's where all their assignments come up. So that's what I'm saying. If you're sending the link to your Google Classroom and it's not working, just tell the parents, listen, I assigned ocean habitats in Brainpop. Here's the link to Brainpop. Just give them the list to Brainpop or Brainpop Jr. and say, go to their dashboard. There's also everything under the notifications. You can see I've been having so many problems. Mine's assigning, it's unassigning. I'm dealing with 400 students. You're not dealing with that many. Well, Mike, you are, but otherwise you guys aren't dealing with that many. It shouldn't be as much of a hassle it is for me. Okay, so once I go in, you're going to see, I'm going to go to her desert. So her teacher assigned the movie, the easy quiz, and the desert write about it. All right, so once they go into the write about it, start. Okay, so this is what she's done so far. All right, so I'm going to go here. I'm going to press enter, and I'm going to hit save, and then I'm going to submit to the teacher. Okay, and then I'm going to submit. There you go. And that's how you do that. So remember, they have to save it. Make sure they save it, okay? And then submit it. Okay. All right. So I know I just gave you guys a ton of stuff. But does anybody have any questions or any? And listen, beyond this, I can help you with whatever you need help with. Don't mind my stalker in the background. I can help you. Listen, email me anytime you need to. Nardone A at EHT. You got me, Aime Nardone, and I will help you with whatever you need help with. I'm here, and my teachers know I've been like 24 hours a day. Their support. So if you need me, just let me know. But is there any questions that I can answer for you right now? I'm going to tell you, this is a fantastic alternative. You can get your math in, you can get your reading in, you can get your social studies, your science, whatever you need. Okay. And again, if you need me, let me know. And I do have videos and sheets on how to get the kids in to log in, and how I have videos on how to assign the assignments if you don't remember everything I just went through. You can email me and said, Aime, just throw me on this, tag me in it, and I'll get you. All right, guys. Anything else for the good order? All right. Thank you all for coming. And
Thanks for your time.
stay safe. All right. Bye, guys.